country happenings in Boone's embrace. Graystone Lodge with its gentle grace, concierge level service so fine, in the heart of mountains where trees align.
Hark! LKN.
Well done.
Happy
Yeah,
Thursday.
Great use of word of the day.
It's one of our favorite segments of the week. High Country
That's
Happenings.
right.
We get a look on the inside of what is happening across the High Country. None better than Graystone Lodge, Gray, GraystoneLodge.com. Beautiful boutique hotel located in Boone, North Carolina. 15% standing discount when you use the WSIC News app. There's the link there in the local deals section there with our business. Kaity Jo joins us this morning. I bet that right now, is the weather perfect or is it just about perfect in the High Country right now?
Just about perfect. We have a little bit of rain showers, but then it's going to open up and be sunny, of course. But you know how Boone is. You wait 5 minutes and the weather will change.
There's
And
no
luckily,
doubt about that.
Every time.
Yeah,
How did 4th
Yeah.
of July go, Kaity Jo?
it went wonderful. The weather was perfect and beautiful, and it was just a wonderful time with all the different events happening from Boone to Banner, Elks, Blowing Rock, and people coming up and just having a wonderful time up here in High Country.
It's probably unique because most people in their day to day, they're not in like necessarily the hospitality space, Kaity Jo, where they're seeing all these families come, create memories, have a great time. What's that like for you to see all the variety of families that come through Graystone Lodge throughout the entire year?
It's really quite amazing. There's so many different people from so many different places, and I love learning, what made them choose Boone and, what they're going to be doing during the day and, things like that. It's really fun just to see, kind of see the area through somebody's eyes that hasn't ever been here before. It kind of gives you a new perspective on it and kind of, reminds you of how beautiful and how wonderful this area actually is and the community and everything. So it's really nice to have that eye-opening experience again.
And so for those who haven't been to the High Country, Kaity Jo, is there anything going on like this weekend or next week? Anything at all that would be of interest for folks?
Wow, we have got so much happening this weekend. It is crazy. So we have the Highland Games happening up on Grandfather Mountain, which I'm sure y'all are familiar with. So there's going to be bagpipes, athletes, there's going to be dancing, Celtic music, and there's just going to be wonderful celebration of Scottish culture. And it's one of the most highly acclaimed Highland Games in the country. It's a really big deal up here. Yeah, so it's happening now. So if you want to take a quick trip up to the area and stay at Graystone Lodge and go up to the Highland Games and experience that up there on beautiful Grandfather Mountain, it'd be a wonderful time. And then, of course, I've talked about this a lot on the show, Horn in the West. So opening day is July 10th, which is also this weekend as well. So Horn in the West is the nation's longest-running Revolutionary War outdoor drama. It kind of brings to life the story of the pioneers and like Daniel Boone and the Cherokee Allies and the people that settled in the Blue Ridge Wilderness. And it's just a wonderful thing to kind of have a little bit of history if you want to. Whenever I go on vacation, sometimes I like to also sprinkle in a little bit of the history of the area as well. So it's a really good option for people who are interested in that as well. That's a lot of fun.
And so that's like literally like a show. Like you can go and see and learn about the history of
One of
Horn in
those
the
I
West.
saw as a kid too. So yeah, it's been around for a long time.
It is. It's incredible. Their costumes, the acting, everything. It's incredible.
One of the cool things that we've talked about in the past that I think they've got the event going on, Price Lake. I mean,
Yeah.
the idea of boating at night is a very cool concept. Why not with the
Under
moonlight?
the full moon. I know.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I know. I love night times up here in the mountains in the summer where, it's cool. You can see all the stars. There's no light pollution. There's no traffic noise or anything like that. So we've got the Price Lake Full Moon Paddle again. So it's going to be July 10th and 11th. You can kind of experience Price Lake under the full moon. And they provide everything for you. You can rent the canoe, a double kayak, or a single kayak. And they provide paddles, life jackets, headlamps, everything. So you want to definitely reserve that in advance because it is a very popular thing to do, obviously.
In addition to the name Daniel Boone, a very popular name in the High Country, Doc Watson.
Big name.
Big name in the High Country. They have an event coming up as well, do they not? Doc Watson's crew?
Yeah. So the Doc and Rosalie Watson Music Fest It's typically held at a different location in Boone that was affected by the hurricane, so they had to move it this year to the Appalachian Theater, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to be just as wonderful. They've got some amazing bands coming, and you can come out and support the Music Fest, and all the proceeds will support future events for the Doc and Rosalie Watson Folk Art Museum. So there's going to be the Kruger Brothers, Charles Welch, a band called, I think, Scythian. There's a lot of wonderful names that are coming to that. And that's going to be July 11th. So come on up for a little weekend and experience some wonderful mountain culture up here this weekend.
North Carolina has a lot of great music. The high country being no different, and always a lot of great artists that come through. You've also got Joan Osborne and Lisa Loeb coming through.
Yeah, it's 90s kids. Get excited about that one.
Yes, we do. So there's going to be, everybody's been talking about this. I was actually at the Schaefer Center last night, and people are getting excited about it. That's going to be this Friday, July 10th, 7:30. So you can join them at the Schaefer Center for a night celebrating 30 years since their iconic albums. So you can experience those timeless hits that define an era, and some fresh tunes in there as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. People are really excited about that.
There's also a fun concept that some people are into. The annual Fairy Day as well is also coming up here. This is a fun time to get everybody kind of dressed up and have a little bit of magical excitement, huh?
Yes, this is such a cute little thing to bring your children to. So we talk about the Daniel Boone Native Gardens a lot on here, and they're doing an annual Fairy Day on July 12th at 1. So you can get your costumes. There's going to be a good time, and they'll have henna, fairy hair, face painting. There's going to be vendors selling whimsical, inspired arts and crafts and live entertainment from dancers and musicians. That's going to be a really fun thing if you have your children in the high country this weekend visiting. A little fun thing for them to go to.
And if you go throughout the high country, probably because of all the inspiration that's there, just the majestic beautiness of all. There's a lot of art throughout the high country too, and so there's an art event coming up too in Blowing Rock.
Yes. So Art in the Park in Blowing Rock is going to be on July 12th. You're not going to want to miss that either. There's a lot happening this weekend, and this is a big one too. So Art in the Park, it's kind of blossomed into a vibrant showcase. There's going to be so many artists displaying handcrafted works from jewelry, pottery, fiber art, glass creations, photography, and paintings. So it's going to be a wonderful time. So apparently it's an expert jury selection that these are just some select artists that are the top of, the top of their art, whether it's the glass creations or the jewelry, pottery, they're the best. So they're going to be in Blowing Rock this weekend. It's going to be fun. Maybe get some Christmas gifts early.
Something we consistently talk about, Kaity Jo, because I'm needy. So when I drive up to the mountains, right, I definitely want to have some entertainment, some great things to do during the day. My belly starts rumbling at some point, though. I get a little hungry. I get a little cranky if I don't eat right. You guys have some great local partnerships that really help people get a full experience. How are the local partnerships going these days?
Oh, wonderful. I am just so happy to recommend all of our local partnerships to our guests, from Lost Province and Coyote Kitchen to Sunrise Grill for breakfast if you missed our breakfast at the Graystone. There's just so many wonderful restaurants that we have partnered. Peppers is one of a big name up here too. So we kind of have a little bit for everybody. And there's so many wonderful local restaurants up here to begin with. There's a lot of new ones popping up too on King Street. So
you get to experience kind of those authentic, mom and pop true.
Where the locals go to, not just the chains, but you guys have the insights on where all the locals eat.
And it's as easy as what is it? I just show the room key and then boom, they know exactly, that I get a discount at that point. Is that how easy it is, Kaity Jo?
That's how easy it is. That is correct.
All right. Graystone Lodge, Gray, GraystoneLodge.com. Beautiful boutique hotel located in Boone, North Carolina. Don't forget your standing 15% discount is available for you on the WSIC News app. Call Kaity Jo, too, if you've got maybe like a group. She's the one who handles like the group stuff, too. How many minimum, Kaity Jo? 150, 200? How many minimum you want together in a single group?
No group is too small for me. I love the little smaller groups as well for family reunions or just friends coming up, too. I'll work with everybody.
Very cool. Kaity Jo, Graystone Lodge. Thanks, Kaity Jo. Have a great week. Look forward to chatting next week.
Absolutely.
High country nights and the fire's burning warm. Graystone Lodge welcomes all who come round the door. Concierge service, they know what you need. In Boone you'll find peace, let your worries recede.